Okay, you ready? Okay, go. We both get. Okay, bye. Get out of here. Good morning, precious. How you doing, baby? Happy Wednesday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe, guys. Look at some of the videos, and if you see any of them that you like, all of them don't have dance scenes, though. All of them don't have. Just hit share, guys, please, and thank you. I'm still trying to be famous, and it don't look like it's on here. I hope it is, because we sure did a dance number and everything. Shoot. Yep, I don't think he got it on. What's that, TikTok? Thanks for joining us, TikTok. You missed the dance scene, but okay, we're gonna keep it moving. So y'all is getting gritty. We done came back from some break. We going over all the classes that we taught, and we implementing all the manipulation tips in the classes, so you can see how how you cancel each other out. You know, you going against each other instead of working together. And at the end of the day, your child lacks common sense. Your child lacks so much that you were trying to put in, because you guys are constantly fighting and competing with one another. You got that bitter baby mama, baby daddy, using all these manipulation tips on your baby. Every time the baby come to visit, baby come home, disrupting the household. You got to keep reprogramming them. And then on top of that, the baby ain't learning nothing. All these years go by, now they adults, and they walking around here aimlessly and lost because of what y'all did in their youth. I know. So the next class would have been mental health. But since we're talking about mental health in this segment, we're going over all the disorders, I felt it to be wise to wait until after we go through all the classes, wait till we implement all the manipulation tips, wait until we include all the terms that I taught you in your 9th grade year, and then look at the mental stability of your child and everybody involved after that. Yep, so I know mental health would have been the next class that you taught, but we're going to save it for last. We're going to save it for last. Trust me on this. I'm a professional. So let me see. Educating mental health well, we've been talking about mental health. We talked about you educating your baby on mental health, but we're going to see after involving all those manipulation tips what that look like. So I know we talked about physical health yesterday, and I was going to leave it alone, but yesterday I seen a chubby kid in the gas station with about 4 bags of Takis and 2 juices, like this, holding them at the counter. And somebody paid for all this junk for this baby, right? And I don't know why, but that bothers me. It bothers me so much, because that's abuse. Whether you know it or not, I know you like little chunky babies, you want to kiss on them all the time, but as those kids grow, you have to start saying no. Yeah, no, you can't have that. No, you can't eat this. No, you just ate. You can't. You have to start putting restraints on these kids, because it starts at home. It starts at home, baby. And when you start teaching them how to say no, teaching them about their portions, teaching them about eating healthy, when you do that, it's a better chance that when they become adults, that they keep those same eating habits and those same, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard getting that weight off. And you as an adult, you know how hard it is to get that weight off. So if you see your child moving in that direction where they gaining too much weight, they ain't out here playing with the rest of the kids because they can't move, you got to put a stop on that. You got to reverse it. You got to reverse it. You got to start getting that baby out, getting that baby active, getting that weight up off of that baby. Okay? You don't want to do that, man, because you know how. That's what I want to understand as parents. When you know something, you have to inform your child, you have to prepare your child, and you have to prevent certain things from happening to your child. That's what our job is as parents. Dang, I got to write that down. That was good, y'all. That wasn't in the script. I got it right. What did I just say? Pull back the tape. Okay, enough about that. Next class you taught how to use the manipulation tips. Let's see. We'll cancel the class out. Your child learns nothing but bits and pieces. We said that. Let me see. Before we get to the class, I will be incorporating other terms, as I mentioned earlier, that we learned along the way. In your 9th grade year, actually, I introduced them to you. The C's of co-parenting. It was the 3 C's of co-parenting, but as we moved to that semester, we kind of added some C's to it. And so they were communication, being considerate to your baby mama, your baby daddy, being compromising with your baby mama, your baby daddy, having compassion for your baby mama, your baby daddy, give compliments. No, you got to give compliments to your baby mama, baby daddy. If they doing good as a parent, let them know. If they looking good, looking the same as they did, let them know. And you don't have to be all vulgar when you say it. You're looking good, Kate. Looking good, Ben. Keep it moving, you know. And giving credit where credit is due. So we're going to bring these C's up at some point throughout these classes, but I thought I'd throw them out there so we don't forget to incorporate these, because not using these tips is a manipulation tip. Can you imagine that? Not using these C's of co-parenting with your baby mama or your baby daddy is a manipulation tip. It shows you don't care. It shows that person ain't even worth none of this. Yeah, and the child feeds off of that. Yep. So we're going to go into the Your History class. And remember, this is the class that you taught where you taught your children about you, who you are, how you grew up, where you grew up, the people you were involved with, the things you used to do, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, when you're talking to your child about your past, you ain't going to tell them all the gory details, right? And you're going to give them a PG version. Yep. Now, you probably told the same story to your baby mama, your baby daddy, right? But you probably used the R-rated version with them. Yep. And it's important that you remember that I just gave you a difference between the story that you tell your children about you and the story that you tell your baby mama, baby daddy about you. So this is when you tell your children some things that you're not proud of. The baby mama or the baby daddy, they're going to, this is typically where that inappropriate conversation starts with the baby. Yeah, the inappropriate conversation starts with maybe shedding some light on the stories that have been told, right? And so the child might know the PG version, but that parent is messy. So they're going to tell the R-rated version. And they're going to give all the gruesome details to whatever story you told this baby, right? So what this does is it opens up a line of communication that's inappropriate. And this turns into the inappropriate relationship that your child has with the baby mama or the baby daddy. This is when they keep secrets from you. This is when they don't tell you stuff. This is when they do stuff purposely that the baby mama or the baby daddy told them to do just to make you upset, just to get at you, This is what they do, right? So this right here is an inappropriate conversation and inappropriate relationships. So all the stuff that you shared it to make a better relationship with your baby, to bring your baby closer, to be relatable, right? So your baby know you used to be a child. You went through some of these things as well, right? Put y'all on like a little common ground. That's a good relationship to have, right? But it gets tainted when the baby mama or the baby daddy go overboard with it. They get graphic with it. They definitely dwell on the bad things that you told the baby. Those little ugly things that you told, yeah. They're not going to harp too much on the good stuff that you did, that you shared with your baby. They're going to harp on the bad that you told the baby. And they're going to make it even badder. And they're going to make it so bad to where it's going to define who you are in the eyes of that child. So even though you might not be doing some of those things now in your adult life, they're going to follow you. And that's going to be the facade that you have, because that's the only thing that baby mama or that baby daddy is going to talk about. I know it's scary in my case because I didn't do a lot of bad stuff. I know. So if you ain't did a lot of bad stuff, that means that baby mama or that baby daddy got to make some stuff up. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. And not only do they have to make some stuff up, the little bad that you did tell, because we ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. I had a couple little bad stories, right? But those bad ones, when I tell you they expunge on them so much, it's like you watching a movie. I know. Now, this right here, this is called demonizing you. And it's only when they share the bad. They try to make you out to be this bad person, right? So it's called demonizing you. They make you look bad. Eventually, the child might start to feel like this, might be better off. The child start getting feelings that they might be better off without you because you're so bad. Yep. And they'll feel better if they, this is when they start alluding to the child making a choice. This is when the child has to choose. Because if you make a child choose, that means one is good, one is bad. Period. I was going to elaborate a little bit more, but that's pretty much the gist of it. If you're making somebody choose, one is better than the other. One is good, one is bad, right? Fix it, Jesus. And then at this time, they might start using the term daddy's girl, mama's boy, right? Now, we know that that's just a term of endearment, right? That means you love your daddy a little bit more. You love your mama a little bit more. You probably favorite them a little bit more. They probably give you everything. They probably spoil you more than the other parent does. That's all fine and dandy. But when your baby mama or your baby daddy uses it as a manipulation tip, they make it as if it's a game. Like you part of a game. You sworn in to this game. You know what I mean? That means you have to be loyal to them. That means you have to only love them. That means you have to only respect them. And they will make it up under that term, daddy's girl, mama's boy. Right? So now the child has to choose. Yeah, it's like you they ops now. Because they in the gang with their mama or their daddy against you. Right? This would start talking to the child about parenting concerns. At this point, they'll start talking to the child about, hey, Reese, about parenting concerns. Now, they're talking to the child about the parenting concerns that they have about you, but they're not talking to you about it. So this right here puts the child at an advantage. Yep. Because the child knows that they know and you don't know. Why? Because in that conversation that they had, that inappropriate conversation, they told the child not to tell you. So now you're keeping secrets, right? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. So now that the child knows that they know something that you don't know, that puts the child in the headspace that they're smarter than you. Pretty soon, it's going to turn out to be they're better than you. Why? Because the parent don't talk so bad about you. Yeah, they're better than you now. So you got to think about this now. This is all forming in this child's head, which is helping to form the opinion and the way that they see you and how they feel about you. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Now this is changing the dynamics of the relationship. The child starts to respect you less and less. The authority is not there because remember they zapped that out when they told the child not to listen to you and not to talk to you. We already talked about that, right? So this is just adding on too. These are manipulation tips that we adding into the fold. So that's going to form the distance between you and your baby. So far we covered the 3 that we talked about yesterday, which was balance. What else did we talk about? Telling the kid not to listen to you. They don't have to do what you say. And not making a child do the same chores or follow the same rules at your house that they have at the other house. That's what we talked about the other day. So those are 3 manipulation tips we've incorporated in the classes. And today we talked about the C's of co-parenting, which I named: communication, being considerate, compromising, having compassion, give compliments, and give credit where credit is due. Remember those terms as we move forward. We talked about your history, and we talked about the baby mama or the baby daddy using your history, which is the class that you taught, to tell your kids who you are against you. We talked about inappropriate conversations to have with your child as it pertains to anything. Because I would say just your baby mama and your baby daddy, but you probably got to be careful about any and everything you talk to your kids about. Yeah, make sure it's age appropriate, right? Inappropriate relationships. This does not necessarily mean sexual, but it's inappropriate nonetheless. So it's on the same line. as that. That's why it's labeled abuse. We talked about demonizing you, which is a manipulation tip, and this is when they only talk bad about you in the presence of you and others. Making the baby feel like they have to choose, that's abuse. Baby should have both of y'all in her life or his life. Baby should never be made to feel like they have to choose as if one is better than the other and if one is good and one is bad. Using the term daddy's girl and mama's boy. And I think that was it, guys. So that's it for Coffee and Conversation with your girl Shakenya. We talked about the class, your history. I don't know what class we're going to teach tomorrow, but I hope you're taking notes of those manipulation tips because they're definitely going to be on your test. All right, guys, I am out. Who is this? I think this is TikTok. Bye, TikTok. Who is this? Instagram. All right, Instagram. Let me shoot some waves out. How y'all doing this morning? Yep. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all day. Mwah. All right, Facebook. We've been in this thing a long time, people. Make sure hey, bro, Rosemont. How you doing, boo-boo? Leah Brothers. Who is Leah? You talking about my sister? Talking about my brothers? What dancing? Hey, Isaiah. Oh, you missed it, Isaiah. We did the, dang, I got to call her back out here. Aaron. Come here. We got to do dancing again. Hurry up. we going to do it again for you, Isaiah. Come on. What? The dancing. We got to do it again here. Isaiah missed it. Okay, wait. Let me fix it.
Who's Isaiah?
My friend. Okay. Go up. You ready? Okay, go. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. She going too fast, y'all. Okay, bye. It's a song to it, Isaiah. Y'all, I'm out. Mwah.